It's been about 46 hours since we saw the Cotuit Kettleers in action, but the rain has cleared. We're at a new venue, and it's once again time for baseball. Welcome into the Kettleers pregame show. I'm Tim Crowley, live from Eldridge Park in Orleans, and what a night it is. Our first trip to the All-Star Game site in 2019, the last All-Star Game to be played here on the Cape. But tonight, it's the showcase game of Thursday night, the only game on the Cape being played tonight. Let's take a flashback to Tuesday night. It was a great start for the Kettleers, up 5-3 through 3.5 innings, only for the game to be called due to inclement weather around 7 o'clock. But now 46 hours later, we're getting ready to go. It's going to be a 7 o'clock first pitch here in Orleans. And what a matchup we have for here tonight. Two 1-1 teams. Orleans enters play tonight third in the East, while Cotuit enters also at 1-1 in second place in the West. Let's take a look at the starting pitcher for Orleans tonight. While we get to see a team in red, and we get to see a two-way player, no, we don't get Shohei Ohtani, but we do get Chase DeLauder out of James Madison, who starts for this team for Orleans in the outfield, but will now get the start on the mound tonight. And when he pitched at James Madison in the CAA this year, was 1-0 with a 1.23 ERA over 7 1/3 innings pitched, and has also already hit a home run to go along with the .333 batting average here on the Cape. So he'll be the opener tonight, playing a little bit of that Tampa Bay Rays style that we've seen come into play over the last 3 years in Major League Baseball. Now that strategy with Kelly Nicholson and this Orleans group comes to Eldridge Park tonight. Following him is going to be Connor Thurman out of San Diego, who went 6-2 in his 2021 season and will play the role of the bulk guy coming in after the opener in DeLauder tonight. So that's the story on Orleans. For the Cotuit starter tonight, let's send it back over to my pregame host and our sideline reporter for Cotuit, Lauren Kirkley. Lauren?
After it rained out on Tuesday and an off day on Wednesday, Cotuit is not only looking for a game, but they're looking for a win. Welcome to Eldridge Park, where tonight not only are we the only matchup on the Cape, but Cotuit is heading into their first Eastern Division matchup of the season. Starting on the mound tonight for the Kettleers, Harrison Cohen, a right-handed pitcher out of George Washington University.
A rainout on Tuesday brings the Kettleers to Eldridge Park, where they face off against Eastern Division opponent, the Orleans Firebirds. Hello again, everybody. I'm Stefan Caray, joined as always by my brother and partner Chris Caray for CarayCast. Well, Tuesday night, the rainout took the win away from the Kettleers against the red-hot Bourne Braves. Now they have to turn focus to the Orleans Firebirds tonight. A huge momentum shift. The Kettleers led 5-3 going into the bottom of the fourth inning, but the rain had different plans. Chris, now facing the Orleans Firebirds, one of the better teams in this league, 1-1 record just like Cotuit. What have you seen from this team so far? Well, the offense has been able to put it together when they've been able to get on base. Chase Young, as well as Jordan Sprinkle, are a middle infield made in heaven. The rest of the offense has combined for a .300 batting average at their respective colleges, and this offense will be exploding tonight if they can get on the base paths. Well, you're going to see that from top to bottom. No better example than tonight. The pitcher is also DHing. The first two-way player that the Kettleers have seen so far this season. Chris, you have to think that the coach of Orleans is going to be really excited to have a player like this in his arsenal. Yeah, and the number that really flies off the page is a .386 batting average at James Madison. Not only can he throw for strikes, but he can hit, and you'll see that the majority of the game over at DH. Anything else he can do on the hump for the Firebirds will be added pleasure for Kelly Nicholson and his team. Kettleers look to pick up their second win of the season on the road at Eldridge Park. It's East versus West coming up next, but first, a few more thoughts from Tim and Lauren. Back to you guys.
Before we wrap up the Kettleers pregame show here tonight in Orleans, here are 3 keys to victory if the Kettleers want to move to 2-1. Number 1 is scoring early. Earlier in the week, we saw this team was ready to go offensively from the get-go. Just think back to that Hyannis game. Blake Klassen going yard on just the second pitch of the game on Monday night. If you can refine that rhythm here on Thursday night, Kettleers are going to be in great shape to win and support Harrison Cohen on the mound. Number 2 is a clean game behind the plate. We'll see Matt Donlin tonight out of UConn, who has been sensational defensively since making the jump from Stonehill in the D2 to now playing D1 at UConn. He can be a wizard behind the plate, and his defense is going to be crucial to a win tonight. And then finally, a little bit of weather for our third key. This is going to be the first time at a new ballpark trying to play with a sun glare at the 7 o'clock start. They played under the lights the other night in Hyannis, but it was a cloudy, a little bit of a rainy night. So dealing with that sun glare until it goes down about an hour 15 minutes into the game is going to be crucial if Cotuit can try to hold off that on their way to what could be their second win of the season. So that'll do it for the Kettleers pregame shows. Thanks so much to the Careys on CarayCast and to Lauren Kirkley, our sideline reporter, for her update on Cotuit and her keys to the game. We'll see you in just a little bit for the postgame show. Lauren will be with Coach Roberts after the game, and Lauren and I will be back to break it all down after this matchup between the Kettleers and the Firebirds right here on the Kettleers Digital Network.